Hello my beautiful witches, wildlings, and friends. Welcome to today's video, which is a guided meditation to help you find your spirit guides. Now for today's video is building upon the previous video that I have on my YouTube channel. It's also available over on my website. What you're going to look for is the grounding and bubbling your energy video. Now, the reason why this is important is because the breathwork exercise that we do, where we allow our body to relax, we allow our body to connect to the white light energy, and we bring that up through the meridian lines of our body, along with wrapping that sleeping bag energy around ourselves so that it fills our biometric field or our aura. And so what we're going to do is we're going to lightly go over that exercise while we work towards finding our spirit guides. Let's get started. Okay. So what I want you to do, make sure as always you have your glass of water near you if you need it, and also make sure that you have your journal, because this is going to be huge and you're going to want to make sure that you write about this experience when it's over. Now, if you have any crystals that you'd like to use, if you have any incense that you'd like to burn in a fire-safe container, definitely grab those and let's get started. Now for me, I like using a crystal quartz whenever it comes to connecting with spiritual guides, or I like to use my amethyst egg. You'll probably see these quite frequently show up through all of my guided meditations, just because these are my two main rocks that I enjoy using. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to put our bodies into a comfortable position. You want to make sure that your arms and legs are not crossed. It's just better for the energetic flow of the meridian lines of your body that nothing is crossed. Okay. All right. Now, taking parts of the guided meditation for grounding and bubbling your energy, we're going to go ahead and put our body into a relaxed state. We're going to breathe in the golden energy through our nose, and we're going to exhale through our mouth. And as we exhale, any parts of our body that feel heaviness or anything that's just uncomfortable, any dis-easements, we're going to take a moment to acknowledge where it's at in our body. And then we're going to allow it to breathe out of us for this exercise. Now, if during this, just as my small disclaimer, if at any point in time during this guided meditation you start to experience sharp shooting pains anywhere in your body, I strongly recommend that you follow up with your primary healthcare physician just to make sure that everything is okay. All right, move this off of here. Okay. Put your body into a relaxed state. We're going to breathe in the golden energy through our nose on 3, 2, 1. Breathing in again, we're going to pull that energy into our shoulders. 3, 2, 1. We're going to move a little quicker now. We're going to move down into our belly button. 3, 2, 1. Next breath, we're going to push all the way down into our feet with the understanding that you know how to do the grounding and bubbling. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through our feet on 3, 2, 1. Now, as we breathe in through our feet, we're going to take 3 breaths, and we're going to allow our roots to drop down into the earth. We're going to allow that white light energy to come up into our body and fully expand completely around our body. We're going to do this a little quicker, having done the grounding and bubbling exercise previously. So we're going to be able to do this in 3 breaths. First of 3 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Second breath. 3, 2, 1. And third breath. 3, 2, 1. Now, as we feel the sleeping blanket energy that's going to completely wrap around our body, we're going to allow it to expand 2.5 feet out, pushing from our body's meridian lines out, 2.5 feet out, and 1.5 feet up on 3, 2, 1. Again for an additional 2.5 feet out, 1.5 feet up for 5 foot on each side and 3 foot tall. 3, 2, 1. Now, as we feel this comfortable position, we're going to feel our physical self, our physical body, and then we're also going to feel our spirit self, or our astral body. Now, everybody has a different name for it, but for today's video, I'm going to be referring to our body just as our body, and the presence in our body as our spirit or our astral self. Okay, so we're going to take 2 breaths here to recalibrate, to feel the difference being present in our body. Okay, so the first breath is feeling the astral body moving around a little bit inside on 3, 2, 1. One more breath to really expand upon that feeling on 3, 2, 1. Now this next breath, we're going to push our astral body out of our physical body. We're going to fall into the seat or into the chair or into the floor, whatever is behind your back. You're going to fall out, and then you're going to come around and rise up so that you're looking over your body. Okay, so first breath, we're going to drop out. 3, 2, 1. Next breath, we're going to move so that we are floating above our body, looking down. 3, 2, 1. Now from here, acknowledging that our physical body is safe and secure, and that we are able to continue breathing and moving. Now our astral body is going to move a little quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to join hands, allowing our energy to connect. And we are going to allow ourselves to drop down into a giant ocean. This is what I refer to as the ocean of emotions. 3, 2, 1. Now, as you drop down into the ocean of emotions, this is like a grand central station. This is where we always start whenever we come into a meditative space. So we always come to the ocean of emotions. You'll notice that it is warm energy around you, and although it is water, you're not wet. Your body, your physical body and your astral body are still dry, and that you're able to breathe when you go underwater. And it's a very unique experience here, completely different from how it would be on the physical plane if you drop down into the ocean. Here you're dry and you're able to breathe. Okay, we're going to take a breath on 3, 2, 1. And as you come to the surface of the water, I want you to look up into the sky, taking note of how the sky looks for you. This is also an indicator of our subconscious programming and the way that we are feeling, the way that we are processing information in our current state. So if you have a blue, clear sky and things are decent looking, not too many clouds, happiness. If you see that you have thunder or lightning, you have a thunderstorm, it's raining, or the clouds are gray, or there's darkness in the sky, that's definitely something to take note of here. We're going to take 2 breaths here as we really look up at the sky and see what kind of information is processing down for us. So the first of 2 breaths on 3, 2, 1. Second of 2 breaths, 3, 2, 1. Now that you've had an opportunity to look at the sky, all of the beautifulness around it, now I want you to draw your attention back down to center, and I want you to look over to the left-hand side, and you will see that there is a giant island that is off in the distance. Okay? Now there's going to be sea creatures and things that are underwater. These things are not here for you today, so we're not going to focus any real time or energy on what is beneath the water. Just know that we are in a safe space and that we can freely move throughout the water. Okay? If you see any sea life that is continuously coming up to you in this guided meditation, definitely reach out to me and we can go into, we can discuss how to get down into that realm that's different from where we're at today. So 2 breaths to recalibrate and bring our attention back to center. First breath, focusing on the island on 3, 2, 1. Second breath, focusing more clearly on the island. 3, 2, 1. We're going to travel from where we are currently sitting, or where we're currently floating at in the oceans of emotions. We're going to travel in 2 breaths over to that island. We're going to move very quickly through the water. As I said, things move a little differently on this plane. So first breath, we're going to be halfway to the beach on 3, 2, 1. Second breath, we're going to be touching the shoreline. 3, 2, 1. Next breath, we're going to get out of the water and walk up the beach. 3, 2, 1. You're going to see this beautiful tropical forest right there at the opening. Okay, there's big, beautiful trees all around. It's very tropical. You're going to see a very well-worn path lined straight ahead of you. 3, 2, 1. As we continue down this pathway, the trees and the shrubs all change from being in a tropical forest to being thick woods, pines, evergreens. You can smell the moss. You can smell the moisture, the cool moisture in the air as you continue on your journey. 3, 2, 1. As you continue along the pathway, you're going to see so many creatures, and they are just so excited that you are here. We're not going to veer off the path today. Today we have a very direct path that we need to travel. So although you may acknowledge them, please do not walk off this path with me. I'm going to take a few more steps. We're halfway to the opening, the clearing in the forest. 3, 2, 1. On this next breath, you're going to come to the opening of the forest. 3, 2, 1. All right. Now that we are here, I want you to look around at the opening. Now, every single person's beautiful creative mind is going to create a different scenario. So you may walk out into the middle of this clearing, and it may just be a clearing in the woods for you, with a little table or a little bench with just enough room for 2 people. Or you may allow your brain to unleash its creativity. And as you enter into this clearing, there's a beautiful ivy cottage. You walk in and sit down at a tea table for 2. It could be a fort out in the forest. It could be a giant boat. This is completely up to you and how you choose to build your sacred space. You can build it as big as you want, as creative as you want, or as simple as you want. It is completely up to you. So as we're building this beautiful creative space for ourselves, we're going to acknowledge that somewhere in this space there is either a table or a bench for 2, and there is a little teacup, and there's a little teapot set up for 2. Next breath in on 3, 2, 1. Now that you have your little tea spot, your little teacup place, tea time for 2. We're going to walk over to this area and we're going to sit down. 3, 2, 1. Just beyond the clearing, you can see all sorts of creatures. Some of them look human, some of them do not. All of them are here, just on the outer rim, watching, waiting for you to explore. This next breath, your higher self, your spirit guide, however you choose to claim them, be them an older, wiser version of yourself, or be them something creative, something unique to you. They're going to walk out of the forest and into the clearing, and they're going to come sit down at the table or bench with you for a cup of tea. On 3, 2, 1. How do they look? What are they wearing? Do they have symbols on their body or on their clothing? What color is their clothing? What's it made of? How do their eyes look? Do they have hair? How is their hair styled? Do they carry a bag or a staff? Do they have fur? Do they have feathers? Do they have scales? 3, 2, 1. Now, typically I allow for 20 breaths. So I'm going to step back out of the light and I'm going to count to 20. And then when I come back, we will start making our way back from this adventure. But for now is your time to enjoy your spirit guide and to listen to anything that they have to say to you and try to remember everything that you possibly can, because this is your time to connect with them. I'm stepping back in 3, 2, 1. All right, I've allowed for 20 seconds. I know that time didn't seem like it is very long, but you may come back to this exercise anytime you like. Watch this video as many times as you need, and if you need to pause it, you're more than welcome to. For now, we're going to join hands with our spirit guides and thank them. Thank them for showing up for us today. Thank them for connecting with us. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take a couple of steps back. Take 3 steps back before you turn your back on them as a symbol of respect. 3, 2, 1. And as they start to walk off, you're going to turn and we're going to start walking back on the worn path. 3, 2, 1. Very quickly now we're making our way back to the beach. 3, 2, 1. And back into the ocean of emotion on 3, 2, 1. From the ocean of emotions. 2 breaths, we're going to travel back to the center point where we started. First breath, 3, 2, 1. Second breath, all the way back to where we began. 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to see a beautiful green light. I want you to look back, imagine your body. Sorry, I wasn't very clear here. As we're sitting in the water, I want you to imagine your body, your physical body, back where it is at. 3, 2, 1. And I want you to see the green light associated with the heart chakra. And it's going to open up and expand across the chest, creating a portal for your astral body to dive back down into your physical self. On 3, 2, 1. If you have not already dived into the green light, do so on this next breath. We're going to dive into the green light on 3, 2, 1. Bringing the astral body back to the physical body. 3, 2, 1. Now allow yourself a couple of breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes. So, you have completed finding your spirit guides. How do you feel in your body? What were the messages that you received? I won't spend too much time and energy here on this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it, and I'd love for you to pull out your journal and write about this experience. Write every single detail that you can. And if you are stuck, or if you need some journaling prompts, please visit my website at amandahillsdale.com and go over to my blog and find guided meditation for finding your spirit guides. And there will be some journaling prompts that will be located underneath this video. Thank you, and I hope that this video has been helpful. Make sure that you're staying hydrated, and have a great day. Bye.